Harden came out and he had what did he have? 8 points, 2 for 9 from the field. And everybody, I think people that mostly like get off work and just look at the box score automatically like, oh my God, this guy's, wow, he's terrible. You know what I mean? And I was just watching it. I just wanted to see, did he have that burst back? Did he have that speed back? Did he have that crossover? And he takes what's his name, Dean Wade, and makes the dude fall over with the crossover. So I don't think you've seen James Harden cross somebody up like that since he was in Houston. I know it's Dean Wade. I don't know why he was out there in the first place trying to step outside the 3-point line and guard him. But yeah, that's all I'm really looking for from James Harden. But so you can't really compare the two performances. You're right, because Maxey was out here like, I'm going hard, I'm going to get buckets, I'm going to show everybody. And now there's a narrative that Tyrese Maxey, and I don't know if he is or not, but Tyrese Maxey will like grow into the number one option on this team. And like one of the main things I wanted to talk about, because somebody asked me in a phone call last night, is do you think Doc Rivers is going to like slow down Tyrese Maxey from what he's doing right now? Like, do you think Tyrese Maxey doing this in a preseason game, is that possible with Joel Embiid and James Harden on the floor, or is it just because it's a preseason game? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is the tough thing. Now, going off what we heard, and again, Doc Rivers knew that he was being recorded when he was talking in practice, right? So he tried to make sure he said all the good stuff that Sixer fans want to hear. Look what kind of coach I am. Listen what I'm doing. But he did tell Maxey, I know you bring the ball down and you look at a guy like Tobias, you look at Embiid and Harden, but you still got to get your shot. I'm not telling you to force something, but call a play for yourself. You are becoming who you are for a reason. And so off that, I'm going to take it with still with a grain of salt, but I think that this is the year that he can. I think that no matter what Doc says, as a pure scorer, Harden has came down that a little bit because he's not as athletic to go to the rim. The step back is good, but when he's off, the step back could be, let's relax on it. And he is a great facilitator, and he will garner defense out there like someone else didn't do. However, late in games when it got to be taken over, it's hard for a center to create his own points. And that's why I think Maxey needs to be more involved. He's been a second half player last year. You know what I mean? He starts off slow. That second, third quarter, or that third quarter, fourth quarter, he comes in clutch. I do think that I won't go number one offense because we did had a leading scorer or not number one option, but crunch time, he's going to be one or two with Joel Embiid, and it's more built in today's game for a guard to get his own bucket than a center.
Yeah, absolutely. So would you be like, if we get close to the end of games, you know what I mean? Say like first 10 games of the season, there's like a close one, overtime, and you kind of see Harden bringing the ball up the whole time and really running like ISO or two-man game with Joel. Would that like annoy you a little bit? Because like you said, you expect Tyrese Maxey to be there this season. And I think he can be there too. That's the only thing I think that was kind of missing from his game so far in his very young career, is that he added the 3-point shot last year, went from 30% to 42.5%. He seems to be adding more of a mid-range. He just seems like he's getting so much smarter with knowing when to shoot a floater, when to stop and pop, when to bring it back out. Last night, he hit like a drive and skipped the ball to the corner to Tobias. That's like a point guard play that I don't think I've ever really seen him make. That's really a Ben Simmons play when people used to step up, before they started just hanging back 20 feet or guarding them with their center. But yeah, he looks like he's learning a lot every single day, man. And I was blown away by the jump that he did in one off season. This second off season, I'm not even going to put a ceiling on it because there's like no limit to what he can do. But do you think Doc is on the same page that we're on? Because I think we could say whatever we want. I think we're always like, this is what should happen. And then we get into the game and we're like reminded like, oh my God, here we go, man. This dude's about to play, who was it last year? DeAndre Jordan and Paul Millsap for like 40 straight minutes and doesn't give a damn what the fans say or any media members. So I guess, are you worried at all that Doc Rivers isn't quite on the same page as us with Tyrese Maxey?
No, just because the jump has been like so eye-popping that anybody and everybody can see it. I think that's why, whether he fully believes it or not, he let that little clip be out there, because Tyrese Maxey is growing at a alarming rate for being the 21st overall pick. This is not football where you don't find many guys in the late first, second, and third. It's like top 15 and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, have fun. You might get one or two. And so for all these people to pass, mainly because of C19 and just the fact that what he didn't have in college, he's now doing at a, top 20 player level. It's not like he added a baby three or this, that, and the third. He's grabbing, as you said, from being a better passer to the mid-range, to the corner, to the floater, to him being, hey, I called it last year. He a top 5 finisher at the rim. Like, when he gets into the lane, it doesn't matter who's in front of him, 6'11", 7 foot, he finishes at a high rate. The sky's really the limit. And James Harden is still going to get some James Harden treatment from Doc Rivers. He's going to do it. But I need it to be, and I think it will be, baby steps throughout the season where we go, an 8-game stretch with any close game, we're going to let this guy close it out. 8-game stretch, any close game, we're going to let this guy go and throw it out. Because the regular season in today's game is all about, getting your seating where you want, figuring this out and that, staying healthy, and finding out what you guys do best. And it's clearly been seen that there's still kinks between Maxey, Harris, Harden, and Embiid. And that's a good thing. It's because you supposedly have so much talent. That is why. Harden's like, man, I've been the guy everywhere I went, minus, the Nets. And he's like, now I got to defer to Embiid. I got to make sure I get the young guy Maxey in. And it's a good problem to have because they will get it done. They still haven't played much basketball together.